Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heijen, and I believe in dragons. And I love to be on the Dragon's Path. I love every dragon. I love my path. I love to believe it. And once I accepted the dragon and the Dragon's Path, it was a new moment, a new beginning for me. And I felt very well, very good, because the dragon is a balancer between darkness and light. And the the light, of course, was amazing, but there was one thing I needed to do on the Dragon's Path, and that was searching down and finding the darkness. And not so, yeah, you have to fight actually your own demons in the Dragon's Path. For my own dragon, I had to know who I am, and to discover this, you have to fight your demons. You will have to dive into hell and coming back up um, to discover and know what light is. And so I did. But once I discovered it, there was actually something that remained of the darkness. And I have sometimes days that are very, very dark, and that uh, actually can sense the dragon, and that I actually don't feel that well. And you have to know something about the dragon's path. We all have different kind of gifts. It's not only the dragon, but the dragon themselves inside of you and outside of you will give you something that most of the humans don't possess, and those are gifts, spiritual gifts. And those gifts are not only light and to bless you, but also to teach you. And these gifts, for example, my gift was to sense and to see through eyes of other beings. And sometimes I feel and sense so many different kind of beings, all suffering. Also, the spirits here in this forest, I can sense them, I can feel them. I'm very sensitive for this, and it doesn't mean that you are also going to feel that. However, I think that many of us have this, being an empath and things like that. But to me, it was so very, very high that I had to adapt myself into this. This is a new life. This is a new moment, this is a new beginning. So I had, even though I was falling into the deepness, into the darkness, into the abyss of darkness, and if the dragon didn't help me out of this, I was still in there having this heavenly depressions. And not only that that is also the reason why I don't eat meat anymore, because I even sensed it inside of this meat, and it was an animal that was still suffering in a spiritual world. It's not that you kill something that it's going to cease of suffering. No, it continues in another dimension, in another side, and that is what I felt. And I that is also the reason why I sometimes say it's sometimes it's bliss to be ignorant. And that is what I do, what is I have. And a lot of brothers and sisters have different kind of gifts, also other gifts that they can learn from, but not only this is just my gift. And what the dragon brings along with it, it can be so different. And and sometimes I have these days that I just cannot. I'm just living in a nightmare. Just keep on sensing this, and that is why sometimes it appears when I filming a video that I am not that happy that moment, because I have such days sometimes. What we are all empaths. We are all of it. That is because the dragon is an empath. They can feel and sense and detect the people and animals, but especially you. And you are the one that's the reason for them to come here, so that they can teach you, like under the wings of the dragon, but also teaching you how to live with your gifts, your special kind of gifts. And that is what my dragons actually did. They helped me with this. And sometimes Tiamat is my main dragon goddess. Sometimes, and you don't expect this from a goddess of chaos, but wow, she's a loving, loving mother to our children. And once I'm so deep down and depressed and just, you know, I didn't, I couldn't carry on. Tiamat, goddess of earth, Mother Earth, without her everyone dies, comes to me in my rituals, and when I was so down, she came to me and put her wing over me, and that is something that I sometimes need, and giving me the strength and power to carry on, to go on. Tiamat, ancient goddess of Babylonia and Earth, mother of all dragons and serpents, can be a very, very nice deity, very nice goddess. And that is the reason why I love her so much. Once I need her, she's there. She can be so dark and she can be everything, but once her children needs her, she's there. That is why the dragon came back to her. They are actually on the same, not really the same, but close to her dimension. Oh, starting to rain. That is, yeah. Oh, good smell. So, by actually detecting your own darkness, you will discover also your unique gift that you can have, that you will have. I'm sure of it, that every one of us have special kind of draconic gifts. Not that you wanted this, but you are born with this. And you cannot help this, but you can live with this. You have to learn to live with this. All these special kind of gifts that a dragon can give you, that is because nature has given it to you. That is because sometimes it's the dragon gods that give it to you. And once you just don't see it, yeah, you just can't continue because of depression, then the dragon gods are mostly there, so that they can be your push in the back. So, my brothers and sisters, be blessed.